babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivy D and I'm here to talk all things beauty. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. My name is Ivy. I like to talk about wigs and stuff and all things beauty. So if that is something that you think you might be interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can become a part of the Beauty Babe Gang. Make sure you hashtag Beauty Babe Gang in the comments down below if you are new here, because I would love to meet you guys. Sending a special shout out to Beauty Babes Samantha Gore and Miss Pretty Nurse 83. Thank you for becoming a part of the gang. You guys are amazing. So today's video is going to be the first in my Touch Up Tuesday series. The idea is going to be kind of similar to the Maintenance Monday series. On some of these videos, I will be reviving some older units that really need to be refreshed and revived. But I would also like to expand that concept to other things that might need to be touched up. Hence the name change to Touched Up Tuesdays. So for today, we are actually going to be focusing on our nails because, sis, we're struggling out here. We're in quarantine. I haven't been to see my nail lady in a hot minute. These nail beds are atrocious and we got to fix this. Now, I am an acrylics girl all the way. I love my full sets. I love my blingy nails. I love my coffin shape. I love my long nails. And so that is the look that I'm going to be going for today. What's exciting about doing your nails at home is that it's actually very fun. It can be very fun to do them and to design them yourself. It can be super cost effective, and I'm going to show you a trick today that makes them super easy to do at home. There's really no mess involved. There's really no dry time. You're not sitting around waiting for your nail polish to dry. And no, we will not be using gel polish today. But you still won't have to wait for your nails to dry while they're on your hands. So this is a really nifty trick, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the tutorial, so stay tuned, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, in terms of what you will need, you'll need your press-on nails. You will need some nail glue. I use the 30-second quick dry nail glue by Kiss. You'll also need the nail polish colors of your choosing. This is by Sally Hansen. I love that brand. You will also need any decals that you want to add to your nails and a box of toothpicks. I'll explain that later, and just some regular old tape. This is the Kiss brand. It's the Salon acrylic nail and it's in the style long. Now I really like this style. Kiss makes tons of different press on types of nails. This is another style that I use from this brand. I'm sure you've seen these in your local Walgreens or CVS or what have you. I've worked with this particular style for a long time. I used to do my nails by myself, and I liked this because you had this came with a lot. I can't remember how many, but it comes obviously with a lot of different nails. So not only can you find the right size that fits your fingers, but you have multiple sets in this one pack, and this whole thing costs like just around $10. So it's a really great cost-effective way to do your nails. You can get multiple sets out of this pack. The reason why I recently switched to this style was because they actually use acrylic on this particular type of nail. Now it comes in all different sizes and lengths and styles. This is the coffin shape in the style long, but you can get this in square, you can get this in oval, you can get them in short or medium lengths. But I'll quickly show you what is kind of cool about this brand. So I'll take this out of the package and compare. It is pretty much your standard tip, your standard press-on nail. But what's cool about this one is they actually have applied, I don't know if you can see this, but they've applied some acrylic to the tip of the nail to make it thicker. And I will show you this compared to the other press-on, which does not have the acrylic. It's much thinner, it's more bendable, it's less durable, and so that's what's really cool about this one, is that extra acrylic gives it some durability and some strength, so it lasts a lot longer, it holds up a lot better, and also it's a little less clockable than this one. Usually when I see people with the thinner nail, you can kind of tell that it's a press-on nail, and I mean, for real, we're not really worried about that. Like, As long as your nails look good, it doesn't really matter if they're press on or if you paid $60 in a salon to get them done. But some people do care about it being clockable. And so one thing that I will say about this particular brand and this particular set, because they have the extra layers of acrylic added on top of the tip, it's thicker and it looks more like your traditional full set, which makes it, you know, less clockable. So that's kind of why I switched to these. Also, particularly for me, I'm really rough on my nails. And although these were a much more cost-effective way to do my nails at home, they would pop off and kind of break off, or they would crack in the middle or chip. And I don't have that problem with these because they're thicker because of that extra few layers of acrylic on top. So that's why I switched to this style. So we're gonna go ahead and work with these today. So like I said earlier, you can get a pack of these from places like Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, and you can get one pack for about $10. But I usually purchase mine from Amazon because you can get them in packs of 2, 3, or 6. Now, I usually get the pack of 6 for $28, and that might seem kind of expensive, but I'm used to paying about $65 in the salon for a full set. So purchasing these literally cuts my cost in like half. So it's super cost effective. And when you do the math, it's about actually it's less than $5 per set. So, I mean, you literally can't beat that. So like I said, I will put the link for where I purchased these down below in the description box, but you can get them in all different types of styles and lengths. You can get them in square cut, you can get them in oval, you can get them in stiletto, and you can get them in either medium, short, or long length. So I'll link this set down below. By the way, this random sheet of paper is here just to protect the surface of my vanity while I'm working. I've done all sorts of projects on this vanity and it's super old, so it's not in perfect condition, but I still want to protect it from any mess, like anything like nail polish that might get on it. This is not a super messy procedure, but you still might want to lay down like a sheet of paper or like old newspaper or anything that has a solid hard surface to it that you don't mind getting a little bit dirty. Okay, beauty babes, so I have opened the pack and you see me here just fitting the nails to my fingers to determine which size fits my nails the best. When you're fitting the nails to your nail bed, you want to make sure that there are no gaps between your cuticle or the sides of your nail. And if you do see any gaps, that means that the nail is too small and you want to move to the next size up. So if you try a size 3 on your thumbnail and you see spaces between the nail and your cuticle, you want to go up a size, which would be picking a size 2 because 2 is larger than 3 in this set. Now, if the size 2 is too big and the nail is hanging over your cuticle or over the sides of your nail, then what you're going to want to do is file the nail down so that it matches the shape of your nail bed. So now we are at like the amazing part of the video where I tell you guys this amazing life hack that my little sister taught me when it comes to doing DIY manicures at home. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab the toothpicks and the tape. And this is going to seem and look a little weird, but it's super easy and it'll make a lot of sense once we start doing this. But you're going to take a toothpick and you're going to tape it to the back of each nail. It's super simple, it's not hard, and surprisingly, it's not difficult to make the toothpick stick with the tape. You don't need a lot of tape, and you want to make sure that the tape is not touching the top of the nail in any way. So you want to make sure that you're just laying the tape on the back side of the nail to secure the toothpick. And it's super simple. I'm cutting off the sides of the tape that are kind of like hanging off to the side just so that the nail lays flat when I put it back down. But what this does is it allows us to pick up the nail to paint it, and then it allows us to put the nail back down so that it can dry completely before we actually glue the nails on. So we don't have to worry about sitting around and waiting for our nail polish to dry. We don't have to worry about ruining our nail polish. You don't have to buy super expensive gel polish. To avoid drying time, you can just use regular old nail polish, because with this method, you can give it all the time in the world to dry. And another amazing thing about this is you don't have to worry about trying to paint your dominant hand with your non-dominant hand, because you can use your dominant hand to pick them up and paint all of them. So this has been like such an amazing hack. I've been able to do so many different types of designs and things like that. And another great thing about this is you can do like multiple sets at a time. Like usually when I do this process, I'll paint like 3 or 4 sets at the same time. One, because it's fun to like do all of the different designs and like come up with different ideas on how to paint them. But also, I just like set them to the side to dry, and they're like completely out of the way. And then I have like the next month or month and a half like worth of nails like done and out of the way. And all I have to do is soak the sets off and apply the new sets that I've already painted. So this is like the biggest time saver in the world. It allows you to create like the most amazing designs. I just really love this process, and it's super easy, and the amazing thing is it's so freaking cheap. So now that I'm finishing up this step, I'm going to go ahead and grab my nail polishes. I'm using the Sally Hansen brand, the Insta Dry line. These do dry super quick, and I love Sally Hansen because it's good quality polish, but it's not like an arm and a leg to buy. And then this is the top coat, the Insta Dry top coat, which leaves a nice clear shine and does dry them very quickly. So I had started painting some of the nails, and then I remembered that I hadn't filed down the tops of the nails yet. Sometimes the nails come with like this little plastic, like, I don't know, tip on the edges of them, and so you just have to go in and file those down. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But after I have filed the tips down, I am going to go back in and finish painting the nails. So now I'm just finishing up the rest of the painting, and I like to apply super thick coats of polish to my nails. Now, you do have to be careful when you're painting thick coats of polish. You have to paint slowly so that you're not trapping any air bubbles in the polish as you paint. And you also want to paint with very broad and even strokes so that you're not getting any streaking in your coats. But I do really like thick coats of polish because I think it makes the overall look very glossy, very creamy, and it gives your manicure a very high quality look, as if you had, gotten it done in a salon. Now, I'm never worried about applying coats that are too thick because I can literally give these all the time in the world to dry. And with this Insta Dry brand by Sally Hansen, they usually only take about an hour to dry, which is actually very fast, because when I paint my nails, I paint one coat of the color. I let that sit for about 5 minutes. I paint another thick coat of polish. I let that sit for about 10 minutes. And then I paint 2 thick coats of clear polish over top, just to really set it off with a nice, clear, glossy, shiny finish. And so that's a lot of thick coats of polish. So for that to dry in an hour is actually really fast. So you see me using 2 colors here. I'm just, going with the flow, kind of doing a different type of look to kind of jazz my nails up and have some fun. So I'm going to finish up the painting, and then we are going to let these sit to dry. So it is the next morning, and I let these sit overnight to dry, so they are completely dry. As you can see, I did add like a few little decals onto the nails after I cut the camera, because I just wanted to add a little more bling to them. But what you see here is a bottle of nail polish remover. This does a really good job of removing oils without like completely stripping your nail. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on a cotton pad, and I'm going to rub this across the surface of my natural nails just to remove any natural oils or dirt that might be on the surface that would prevent the nail glue from really adhering the nail to my nail bed. I also filed my nail beds down just a little bit. You don't want to go overboard with that, but I did just a little bit to remove any extra oil and to also provide a little bit of grit. And this bottle that you see is a nail strengthener. Now, most people will tell you that it is not good to have anything on your nails before you are going to apply your press-ons, but this just really helps me. I had to recently pluck off my acrylics that I got done at the salon because they were just way too beat up looking, and because I didn't soak them off, I damaged my nails a little bit. So I am going to use this strengthener. Now, I have used this before, in the past, right before I put on a new set of nails, and I had no problem with the nails falling off. They didn't pop off or anything like that. So I have no problem using the strengthener right before I apply my nails, but that's just me. So you can make the decision if you want to skip the strengthener. That's totally up to you. But all I can say is that it does work for me. So I'm going to apply just one very thin layer of that to my natural nails before I begin the process of gluing this set onto my nails. So I have added the very thin layer of strengthener to my nails. That has dried and I'm ready to glue my nails on. So I am removing the toothpick and the tape from the nails, and it's super easy. You just peel it right off of the back of the nail. It comes off very, very easily, and it does not disturb the polish or anything like that. Now, what you will see is that there's a little bit of polish hanging off of the sides of the nails because of the way it dried while it was on top of the tape. And that's totally fine. All you're going to do is very gently take your nail file and just file off those little pieces of nail polish that are on the side. It's super easy, and it doesn't ruin the nails at all. So you'll see me do that in a second. Okay, so now that we have removed the extra nail polish from the nails, we're going to go ahead and glue the nails on. So I'm using my 30-second dry glue by Kiss, putting a little bit on the back of each nail and holding the nails down onto my natural nails for about 15 to 30 seconds until they have firmly adhered to my nail. Now I have a little brush on the side and a little bowl of nail polish remover, and I just dip my brush in the nail polish remover and go around the sides of my nail anytime a little bit of glue seeps out from under the nail onto my cuticle. And I do that just so that the glue doesn't dry around my cuticle and make the manicure look messy. But that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish gluing these on. And we are all done applying the nails. So this is what they look like. I think they came out pretty nice. So when I'm finished doing everything and all my nails are on, I like to go back in and moisturize my cuticles and my hands. This is 100% argan oil, and I like to use this around my cuticles because it makes them just feel really soft and really refreshed and moisturized after all of the drying out that I have done to them. So I'm just going to take a little dot of this and spread this around my cuticles just to bring some moisture back. After I finish applying that oil, I like to apply a hand lotion as well to kind of help seal the oil in. This is one of my all-time favorite lotions by Bath & Body Works, and I really like using this after I finish my full set because it just makes my hands feel really relaxed and soft. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and apply this to my hands. So this is the finished product. Let me know what you guys think. I ended up loving the way these turned out. Let me know in the comments down below if you end up trying this hack, because I promise you it is a game changer. But make sure you thumbs up this video if you found it helpful, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!